Just wanted to do a quick overview of how I personally remove the bezel for a HLX light for a TLR-1 CMD. In the video I have HPX just for demo purposes. All the HLXs I have already have the CMD installed. So the HPX and HLX do have thread locker on the bezel itself underneath, and we need to break that free in order for the installation for the TLR-1 CMD. So what are we going to need? We are going to need a secure vise, and we're also going to need some rubber jaw inserts. These are incredibly important. This allows the light not to be marred. You do not want to use just bare jaws. You're going to scratch the living hell out of it. You could break the light. So what I like to use are these inserts. You can pick a cheap set off eBay for, Amazon. I guess you could use eBay too for probably about 20 bucks. Go to your local hardware store, I'm sure they have them too. So those are essential. We're also going to need a strap wrench. This is an excellent tool, not only for this, but just in general. I like the Ace Hardware ones. I think they're phenomenal. They're incredibly cheap, and the rubber, or at least the strap wrenches that have this rubber strap, I think are the most effective for removing this because it has a good grab to it. So what I do is I take that little thumb screw, I screw that in completely. Reason I do that is because this particular clamping arm, I want that to be rigid when I do clamp it with the vise. So this particular one, I also broke the threads already. This is only for demo purposes. So I put this vertically in the vise, just like that. I hunker it down just a tad, and I'll show you why. Because I want this part to be on the rubber jaws as well. I don't want the bezel, not the part that rotates, but just this part right here. So I sink that down. Let me make sure that's in there. All right, that is in there. I clamp it down. Do it slowly, guys. This is not going to damage your light if you're smart about it. So I go ahead and grab my strap wrench with that securely in there. Doesn't take a lot of force to hold that thing in there. Put it around there, tighten it up, and I try to apply the torque as vertical as possible, meaning this is straight up. I'm over the light, right? I'm applying that torque vertically, and eventually it's gonna go, and then it's gonna pop. Feel free to wear gloves, something like that, just in case you don't hit that corner of the vise, but it's pretty simple. You may have to put a little bit of strength into it, a little bit of elbow grease, but eventually that thing is definitely going to go pop. I've done about 10 or more of these lights. Every single one has came off, never damaged the light. It's a pretty simple process. Just pay attention to what's going on, making sure this is securely in there, not over clamping it, making sure that none of these vise parts or edges are touching the light body and or the light head. And you can definitely remove it quite simply. It may take a little bit of elbow grease, but they do come off. So this is my HLX with the CMD on it. This is quickly becoming one of my favorite lights. I do love this thing, but the CMD is incredibly effective on this setup. So just wanted to share this with you, just in case anybody had questions. I hope this helps somebody, and as always, we appreciate you all, and thank you guys so much for all of your support. Take care.